everyone, welcome back. Sitting here in my room, chilling. I thought I'd do a tag. I was recently tagged by Cameron over at Book Movie Guy. That's Cameron right there. And the tag is called the All the Way tag. It was created by Evan over at Evcant, and I'll put a link to his channel down below. And Cameron is one of who tagged me. Cameron is one of the first book channels I came across on YouTube. And after seeing his channel, I thought I'd give it a try myself. So you might say he inspired me to start this channel. And definitely check him out. I'll put a link to his channel down below as well. And so this question tag is all based on the phrase all the way. So all the questions spawn off the letters in that phrase. So the first question is A, audiobooks, yay or no? Definitely yes. I love audiobooks. It helps pass the time in the car on the way to work or wherever else I happen to be driving. It's a chance to get another book, you might say, in there. And sometimes the narrators can really bring a book alive and really make it enjoyable. I have a couple examples here. Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. Actually, Neil Gaiman himself reads the book, and fantastic. I always wanted to read this after it became one of the city reads, One Book, One Chicago, and picked out by the Mirror. And so I saw this one at a used bookshop, picked it up, and really, really enjoyed it. Of course, as I say all the time, I really love Jasper Ford's books, and I'm in the middle of kind of re-listening to them now because I want to get caught up on the storyline again and get everything fresh in my mind before I start his latest book. So I've got the whole series also on audio, and these are really, really well done too. This is the Airfare Book 1. And if you haven't heard these on audio, definitely try and check them out, see if your library has them or whatever. But the Harry Potter series, read by Jim Dale, he's just one of the best I've ever heard. He acts out all the characters' voices and stuff, and just a phenomenal job on these. These are amazing. And of course, my other favorite author is Kim Harrison, so I've got almost all of hers up to book 7. I haven't been able to find the later ones in audio, but these are really good too. So I'm hoping to get the other ones so I can kind of re-listen to those again before I read her latest ones too. The second question, L, length. Does the length of a book matter? Not really. I think if every book was, this big, you'd get tired of reading it. So, if you can mix it up, a small book and a big book, you feel like you're kind of reading through more books as well, and you don't get bogged down in a storyline sometimes. So I like to mix it up. If every book was, 700 pages, I think that would just drive me nuts. L, looks. Do you judge a book by its cover? Yeah, I do. It won't be the overall factor. I mean, if I don't like the plot line, I'm not going to get the book. But some examples of amazing covers I have here. This is Kissing Zombies by Richard Denny. He's a self-published author and has his own channel here on YouTube. And he designs his own book covers and everything. And just look at this thing. This is fantastic. There's amazing, amazing cover designs on this one. Another one is Blessid by Tanya Hurley. This one just has so much detail. When I first saw this, I'm like, I almost didn't care in this case what the heck the book was about, because it's like I had to have it. There's so much detail and everything, and of course, even the best part, it has a reversible cover, and the inside's even better. So as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to flip that one over. Another really cool one is this classic series. This is by the Penguin Classic Deluxe Edition. And this is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And there's a whole series of these illustrated by these, what's his name? Ruben Toledo is an illustrator, painter, sculptor, and filmmaker. Also does fashion illustrations. So he designed several of these covers for their classics. And just to also see the other side, they're just fantastic. That just drew me in. And another one, just the detail in this particular book is amazing. All the characters from Alice's Adventures along the edge. I threw in the Cheshire Cat up here, and it disappears down below, the Mad Hatter. All these little details and everything just kind of draws you in. So yeah, I do, it's going to be the initial thing that's going to captivate me and bring me to looking at that book and picking it up and finding out more about it. The next question is T, time. Do you read at daytime or nighttime? Mostly nighttime. Like I said, I get up pretty early in the morning to go to work during the weekdays, Monday through Friday, so I don't get a chance to read much until I get home after dinner. H, how much do you read every day? Probably during the week, maybe only about 2 hours. On the weekends, ooh, yeah, that might be more up to like 6. I don't do much else on the weekend if I'm not making videos. I forgot which question I was on. Did I do H? How much do you read every day? Yeah, I did that one. E, every day. Do you read every day? I definitely try. Unless I'm really, really tired or have a bad headache or something, I put in some amount of time to read. So, anywhere from at least, I'll sneak in 20 minutes, like I said, on up to several hours. The next question is W, where do you read? I probably read most of the time in my room, in my bed. Just more comfortable that way. Occasionally I'll read in the family room in the basement. I've got a big comfy chair there, and if I can focus and the TV doesn't bother me too much, I definitely read there. Not the best lighting situation though. A, aloud. Do you read aloud? Not my books. The only time I really read aloud is if I'm, say, reading a memo from work or something off the computer screen and I'm not quite getting it, and I just want to kind of sound it out and maybe I'm missing something, but other than that, no. Pretty much silent reader. And why? Your favorite book? Definitely have to be To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I mean, I love it so much, I have it on audio, so I can kind of read. I can't tell you how many times I've read this book. This is not my original copy. I bought a used copy at a paperback shop when I had to read it for school, and by the time I was done, after several rereads of it, I had it rubber banded together to keep all the pages together. I mean, I had read it so much, they were falling out. So this was the 35th anniversary edition I picked up. Just really, really love it. Gorgeous cover and everything, like I said. And the narrator for the audio does a really good job, too. So I just love the storyline, especially the when it's focused more on the children and Boo Radley and all that. So, yeah, it just kind of reminds me of being a kid and stuff like that. But there's the other more serious tones of the story as well, too, that's just very fascinating. So definitely my favorite book overall. Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to tag. Let's see. I'll tag Ryan Reed's books, Emma Hart's books, Duvet Day Devours. Go ahead and tag Richard Vlogs. That's Richard Denny. And, yeah, anybody else who feels like doing it, please give it a try. And post down below if you've done it so I can go check it out. And definitely post it back to Evan at EvCant, because he's the originator of the tag, and do this video response. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and happy reading. Bye-bye.